audience. Hello, my name is Abraham Gomez, and let me start by showing you this image and ask, how does this make you feel? Some of you might want to arrest me just for displaying this image, and the other some of you might be looking at what treats your symptoms daily for whatever illness you're currently suffering from. Nonetheless, by fact, this is a marijuana flower. And we will be talking about the need for legalization of marijuana on the federal level. As a medical marijuana card holder, I believe that marijuana should be legalized, both medically and recreationally. I believe that we should advocate for the federal legalization of marijuana in our country, as it will satisfy the needs of medical and economic benefits. We can satisfy the need of medical and economic benefit by contacting our local lawmakers and being a part of the change to legalize marijuana. And with marijuana being legalized, we can expect it to be implemented in our lives in many different ways and being able to see the physical economic changes around us. To give you a better perspective of the benefits of marijuana, let's first go into the medical need of marijuana. Marijuana is most commonly used to treat pain, which is often found with patients who have arthritis, but it can also be used to treat nausea in patients that have GERD or receive chemotherapy. It's also a muscle relaxant, which means it can treat Parkinson's, fibromyalgia, and endometriosis. It can also treat glaucoma, irritable bowel syndrome, and PTSD, all written by Dr. Grinspoon. Now that we understand its needs, we can also understand the economic need. It creates job opportunities for Americans. In 2016, RCF Economics and Marijuana Policy Group study done on Nevada found that a legalization of marijuana can support 41,000 jobs until 2024 and generate $1.7 billion in labor income. Marijuana legalized will also mean that stockholders can invest in it. Since it's currently federally illegal, stockholders cannot invest in it. And as we all know, we're being hit by COVID-19, which is affecting our economy, which means there is an economic need to legalize marijuana. Marijuana recreationally legalized can be taxed. In 2019, Colorado collected $301 million out of the $1.7 billion that was made in sales. And with higher tax revenues, we can expect improvement for our schools. The TCF study found that U.S. schools are underfunded by $150 billion annually, as written by the Century Foundation. Higher tax revenues means we also have better roadways and improvement in social and welfare programs. Statistics as far as the job and income, labor income revenue and taxation of sales was found by Ms. Krishna. Now that we understand the need for marijuana in our society, how can we satisfy that need? Well, you can contact your local lawmaker and be a part of the change to legalize marijuana federally. Be sure to vote and understand the candidates that you're voting for. Do they support the legalization of marijuana? Sign a petition, check out change.org. Usually petitions are more relevant in the local level. And protest, where you can literally have your voice be heard for the change to legalize marijuana. You should also be aware of what acts are currently being pushed through, such as the MORE Act, which decriminalizes marijuana and allows states to set their own policies without federal interference, and will allow federal tax to help communities negatively affected by marijuana prohibition. We also have the Drug Policy Alliance in New York, which is pushing through the Marijuana Regulation and Taxation Act. All this information is found on marijuana legalization regulation. If we can push through and have a legislature that supports the legalization of marijuana, we can expect marijuana to be used in more ways than just being smoked. Where it's currently legal, we have it being used as hemp, CBD oils, pills, capsules, edibles, lotions, dabs, pens, and vapes, written by Ms. Chanel. Tax revenue will also allow the improvement of quality of life for Americans. More research can be done to see where else marijuana can affect patients. More job opportunities for Americans, and the stock market can also benefit. We can also save tax dollars from being used on incarceration and the war on drugs. And patients can save money on prescriptions by using marijuana as an alternative. However, if we don't have a legislation that supports marijuana being legalized, we can expect our taxes to keep paying for the arrests and convictions and incarcerations of petty crimes such as marijuana possession and sales. And we can expect our tax dollars to keep fighting the war on drugs, which American Civil Liberties Union in 2013 found that we spend $3.6 billion to enforce these laws, as written by Ms. Krishna. Hopefully after this presentation, we can all agree that there is a need to legalize marijuana in a medical and economic sense, and we can satisfy this need by contacting local lawmakers to push through the legalization of marijuana on the federal level, both medically and recreationally. And with marijuana being legalized, we can expect it to be implemented into our lives in more than one way and see a physical change through the economic benefits. Hopefully, we can all agree to advocate for the federal legalization of marijuana, and let's push through for our need for weed.